Where's he going? Where you going, buddy? Morning, guys. Woke up at 5:15. This is my campsite in the desert by the Joshua trees, right next to the trail right there. It's going well. I hiked into the night for only about 6 to 7 miles last night. About 5 of actual PCT miles because I had to hike back onto the trail. I'm still not quite used to night hiking. It was really nice last night. It was cool, but I was super tired and my stomach gets kind of upset if I don't get enough hours of sleep. It's kind of weird, and so I kind of had an upset stomach, and so after a while I was just like, yeah, screw it. I think PCT hikers of previous years, where it's been hotter and drier, have been more consistently used to night hiking, and I think it takes some time to get into the rhythm of night hiking, whereas like we've been really lucky with lots of moisture and mostly cool temperatures, and so we really haven't, you know, at least for me, starting on May 5th, I've dodged most of like the difficult weather. I've had some hot days, but they haven't been like exactly the norm, and that's coming from a desert dweller, so it might be hot for other people. But either way, I'm just not used to the night hiking. I think honestly I would maybe be better at just waking up early. I've a few times woken up at 4 o'clock to get hiking by 5, and then at least, you know, the first 4 hours of the day are fairly cool. The death light is just barely hitting me. It won't be quite hot until, I mean, it gets pretty warm pretty quick. By 8 o'clock it's like, oh wow, it's already warm. But I think by 10 o'clock is when it's like, I mean, it gets hotter until noon, right? Or 1. I should start hiking then, right? That's probably good. Unfortunately, we have a lot of uphill today. And it's in sand, which means I'm going a lot slower. The good thing about sand is that it's softer on the bottom of my feet. But just went up that, and heading up here where, pretty sure, as y'all know, there's always a bigger monster. There's always a bigger fish. I mean, bigger mountain. I'm also thirsty. I don't think I can get fully hydrated in this desert. Even if you're drinking, like yesterday I drank a ridiculous amount of liters, like probably like 9 or 10, just like ton of water. But when the sun is out, you sweat so much that you can sweat all the liters out, and then you just have to drink more, and yeah, so I'm kind of thirsty. Hopefully there's a water cache at 3:30 so I can kind of splurge a little bit, drink a couple of liters before I continue on. The other good thing is, even though I'm hiking up a mountain, it is in shade right now. So I'm about to go around this bend where I might not be in shade anymore, but so far I've been in shade, so that's good too. Hiking down there, right?
People say there'll be someone out there for you, and if you'll open up your heart, then you'll find love, 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 love. And if I'll catch you dancing all the way to moon, then I'll try to sing all melodies and try to catch your heart. Just like stories
doing the little thing with his tail. They all seem to do that. Loving the water caches. Today's water cache made what would be a 25-mile stretch between waters, a 10 and a 15. So that was really nice. Still plenty of water you got to carry in a 15-mile stretch in the heat of the day, if you plan to take a siesta as well. But thank you to the water cache peeps. Thank you. So it's 10 a.m. heading up this mountain. It's uphill, but it's not too steep. I hear there are trees at the top. So 3 more miles.
Say it's all asleep, and I'll see you in my dreams until we meet.
Break time. It's getting hotter and hotter. I already miss not being around water. It's kind of weird because when I was down there, like, relief floods over you when you see, oh, there's plenty of water, like there's no rush. So you just kind of chill, and I drank like 2 liters, but by the time I left the water cache, like I couldn't put another drop in me. Like I was so full of water after pounding 2 liters. And now I'm like, oh man, if I could have 2 liters now, I would pound it. It's kind of weird. It's only been an hour since not even an hour since I left the water cache. I've hiked, a 1.5 miles up, like close to 1,000 feet. And after that, I feel like I could just pound a ton of water. I'm getting a little sick of water, honestly, even though I also am like super needing and in love with water. It's kind of a weird dichotomy. One thing that does help is putting flavoring stuff in water. Makes it easier to kind of drink a lot of. I'm nearly all out of flavoring. However, I think I'm going to go to Lake Isabella tomorrow. I didn't need to go. It's at mile 650 and Kennedy Meadows is 702. And I don't really need to go to Lake Isabella. Like I have all the equipment I need to get me to Kennedy Meadows. However, Brennan, a Canadian hiker that I'm kind of been hiking with on and off, he told me that there's a Chinese buffet there. And I love mediocre, greasy Chinese buffet food in large quantities. Like, it's not anything fancy, but like lots of like Americanized Chinese food. That sounds really good. And some water. Some cold water. Cold water is the important part.
Somewhere along the wind. And so I keep on calling lava. Where's
There's always a bigger mountain.
There's always a bigger fish.
where's la la la? I keep on calling lava. Where's la la lava? Where's la la lava? Where's la la lava? Oh. Oh la la so sleep and I'll see when my dreams until we meet. Oh, when the
See those mountains?
trees
Must be the Sierras.
Oh
Oh geez, worst cotton off ever. Oh, I'm so hot and sweaty. I made it kind of sort of to the top. There's just like downhill and then back up. Oh, thank God. Oh, that was rough. That was really rough. I don't know why. It really, I mean, it got fairly steep at the top. The bottom was pretty chill actually. But in the heat, oh, I'm loving that breeze over here. In the heat, I'm ready for my siesta. Up at 7,000 feet, got a nice view there. Also a nice little wind, not exactly right here, but there's a breeze coming through. It feels good. Time to find my siesta spot. I found possibly the best siesta spot ever. I'm right where there's a bunch of wind, so it's nice and cool. I'm even a little chilly with my completely drenched shirt. It's in the shade. I haven't quite figured out the layout yet here. But it's good, and I love sitting. That's cool though that you can see the Sierras now. You can see them right there. Getting close. We're at mile 635 and the Sierras start around 700. Or at least that's where Kennedy Meadows is. I don't know exactly when the Sierras start, but supposedly there's a kind of transition period from the desert to the mountains. And I really hope that we're at it or close to it. I'm quite sick of the desert. Anyways, siesta time. I really don't think I can adequately state how amazing it feels to sit down after, 10 miles of hiking for the day, or however many miles. But when you've pounded out a bunch of miles and it's hot and you're tired, and then you find some shade, some beautiful shade, a nice, pretty consistent breeze, amazing views, and food when you're hungry. I mean, what more do I need right now? I also forgot to mention that I have service right here. 3 bars of LTE. So I'm basically living the dream. I also noticed that I've been complaining a lot to my friends and family about the desert now, and they're all like, oh wow, that's funny, because in all the videos we're watching, you're all so stoked for the desert, as a desert boy or desert rat or whatever. and I did enjoy the desert, but I've hiked 635 miles of it. 5 days of the desert. I mean, come on. Do you see that? Do you see that? That is the most glorious view I've seen in the last week. The sun covered by clouds. Sucka. It's glorious. It's beautiful. And it's beautiful beyond description. I'm getting choked up even. I found another one, except for it's a baby of the same one. Whoa. So small. Tent is set up. The spring is over there. Outhouse right there. This is a rattlesnake. I was playing with a cute little snake, the same type of snake that I caught earlier, but a lot smaller. And then walking around, I saw another small snake, and it was a little baby rattlesnake. And I was playing with it, and I caught it right behind the head, but it still reached around and bit me. It just barely nicked me. You can see right there just a little bit of blood coming through. So hopefully it didn't put any poison in. My finger doesn't really hurt. I mean, I can feel where it bit me. I can feel like a feeling right there, but there's no real pain. Hopefully we're all good. Anyways, 8.5 miles from Walker Pass. So I'm gonna get up at, I haven't decided, 3:34 or somewhere around there. Well, I'll start hiking around 3:34. See you guys later. Bye.